7 tips to master drop shot fishing and catch giant bass all the time, every session. In this video, I'm generally referring to depths of 6 to 18 feet, so mostly offshore, although I think it could apply to shallow drop shotting near docks or trees or laydowns. Just be careful about dropping too close to the structure so the bass doesn't pull you into the structure and snap you off. Tip number 1, 20-pound yellow braid and 12-pound fluorocarbon. The yellow is just to cut back on the frustration and actually be able to see your line. Okay, on that glare, it can be really difficult to see your line. Don't worry about it being invisible. People who say that are just, I don't think a lot of them really know what they're talking about. It's yellow braid's fine. It's fine. And then 12-pound fluoro for several reasons. One is that it's just stronger. If leaders snap, they tend to snap near where the hook's tied. So even the best of a knot will snap off at that hook. And so a little bit extra strength or thickness goes a long way. And also that 12-pound, I find, just gives your worm a very good horizontal or parallel presentation. It just looks really good. If you use multicolored worms, you can put the lighter color on the bottom. It looks really good. Tip 2, you want to retie your leaders or spin up new ones every 2 to 3 bass you catch. And sometimes even one, depending on how big they are. If it's a big bass and a long fight, there's going to be a lot of stress on that leader. Retie it, man. I know it's a pain, but just spin a new one up. It gets pretty efficient, actually. Tip number 3, you want to throw out that hook every 3 fish you catch, regardless of the fish's size or weight. Just every 3 hook sets, just throw out the hook and spin up a new leader. It's just what you have to do. That hook needs to be razor sharp. Razor sharp.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to leave it at that. Tip number 4, you want a 1/2 ounce pencil or teardrop drop shot weight. You want the slide-ons or the snap-ons. It's pretty funny. I've gone to like Bass Pro shops or other fishing tackle stores and asked for if they have 1/2 ounce drop shot weights, and they look at me like I'm crazy. Some of them laugh at me and roll their eyes. It's funny, some of the disgusting looks I get from people, but anyways, yeah, the 1/2 ounce is really important for speed and accuracy. I mean, think about it. If you're dropping into 12, 14, 15 feet of water, you need that weight in the grass or on the bottom of the lake immediately. It can't sit there and flutter down. You'll get blown off your spot. And also with the snap-on eyes or the slide-on eyes, when I'm recycling those, so when I'm tying up a new leader and I'm taking them from the old leader and putting them on the new one, I'll very gently use my pliers to crimp those eye holders so that they tighten up a little bit. Tip 5, essentially you want a leader of 2 feet in length. And the top half from the braid to fluoro cinch knot to the hook is 1 foot, and then from the hook to the weight is another foot. The top half you want to be a foot long, just so that the eye doesn't get, or the cinch knot doesn't get caught up in the eyes of your rod and drive you insane. Okay, don't worry about invisibility. These people who are saying this, they don't really know. I don't think they really know what they're talking about. And then from the hook to the weight, you want a foot, because if it's so I watch forward-facing sonar. I'm really good with forward-facing sonar. I'm really, really good with it. I've seen this hundreds of times where I drop in. The first thing the bass do is they swim straight to the weight, right? And they basically put their nose right on the weight and then follow that weight all the way down into the grass or the floor, right? If your worm is too far away from your weight, it's as if they're oblivious to it. They chase that most often, most of the time. They chase that weight into the grass, and then when they can't get to the weight because it's buried in the grass, they kind of give up. Like, that was their initial curiosity. It's over. They're done with it. So you want to keep that worm or lure closer to your hook so that they notice it, even if it does go into the grass, because they're going to chase that weight into the grass. You just got to trust me on that one, man. Just trust me. Tip 6, you want to learn how to back reel. That's the anti-reverse switch on your spinning reel. I don't like using drag for a fight, right? Like, I'm going to back reel. As soon as I get hooked up, I'm going to back reel. And that gives you reverse, and then you can line out yourself according to how much line you think you should give the bass. The problem I have with using drag is that these offshore bass are really strong and they're really smart. So the first thing they do is drag you down into grass, right? And it's hard to fight that with drag. It's just hard to counter that with drag. So I just use drag for when I'm ready to net the bass. I'll open up the drag 3 revolutions just so that if it does swim off, it won't snap my line. Tip number 7, target bait when you're offshore. Schools of bait. That's what you want to look for, because bass are always going to be near bait. If there happens to be structure and cover near the bait, go ahead. You can fish that if you want, but really just definitely don't fish for physical features of a lake. Like, just look for bait. It's easy to find on your down scanner or your forward-facing sonar. And bass are almost always near bait.